Reacher Season 3 sets a major streaming record on Prime Video after just 19 days. Reacher Season 3 is continuing to break records for Prime Video after less than a month of premiering. The third installment of the lead child adaptation from executive producer Nick Santora debuted in late February. It takes inspiration from the Persuader novel, with Alan Ritchson's Jack Reacher finding his way deep into a vast conspiracy as he tries to rescue an undercover DBA agent. Although the action drama still has 3 episodes left, with the finale set for March 27th, the latest outing is already breaking records. The Wrap reports that Reacher Season 3 is the most watched returning season on Prime Video, bringing in a total of 54.6 million viewers globally in its first 19 days. This represents a 0.5% increase from Season 2. The report notes that more than half of the viewers, 56%, come from outside the US and from places such as Brazil, Germany, and the UK. Reacher Season 3 is also the most watched season in a 19-day period, beating Fallout. What this means for Reacher, taking the show's continued success into account, with Season 2 quickly announced as Prime Video's most popular title ever, it's hardly a surprise that Reacher Season 4 has already been given the green light. At this point, it's just a matter of finding out which Jack Reacher novel the TV series will adapt. It's known that the 4th installment will begin filming in the summer. It is likely that once the current installment wraps, more will be revealed about what comes next in terms of casting and source material. It is also confirmed that Maria Sten's Frances Neagley is getting her own spin-off, which is tentatively set to release later this year. At this point, with Ritchson being an in-demand action star, it's not known how much longer Reacher will run. Still, despite the number of upcoming movies that Ritchson has in the works, he has shared his desire to play Jack Reacher for the long haul. Our take on Reacher's success: even though Reacher may somewhat dip in popularity as it continues, which is a risk that happens to aging shows, it looks to hold a strong viewership outside the US. That may speak to the fact that action is a kind of universal cinematic language. The show itself, an arguable throwback to the simple action movies of the 1980s and 1990s, isn't hard to buy into. You know what you're getting, even if you might wish it was a little stronger or different in some areas, and there's a definite comfort in that. It seems Jack Reacher doesn't just hit hard, he hits fast, and now he's breaking records too. Just 19 days after the highly anticipated 3rd season of Reacher premiered on Prime Video, the show has not only dominated viewership charts, but has now officially set a new streaming record for Amazon's platform. Since its explosive debut, Reacher Season 3 has redefined what a streaming juggernaut looks like in 2025, cementing its place in the upper echelons of Prime Video's greatest successes. But what exactly made Season 3 so compelling, and how did a series once considered a gamble become a cultural force capable of rivaling even The Boys and The Rings of Power? Let's break it down. 19 days, millions of views. One record. According to Amazon Studios, Reacher Season 3 has now officially logged the highest number of global streams in the first 19 days of release for any returning Prime Video series, surpassing previous hits like The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Invincible, and even Jack Ryan. While exact viewership numbers haven't been disclosed, Amazon is notoriously tight-lipped with raw data. Industry trackers estimate that the show reached over 120 million viewing hours globally within its first 3 weeks. The momentum was instant. Within hours of its midnight premiere, social media was ablaze with reactions to Reacher's latest mission, and hashtags like #Reachers3 and #JusticeForGD were trending across platforms. Critics were quick to label the season a return to gritty, character-driven form, while fans praised the story's faithful adaptation of Persuader, Lee Child's dark and personal thriller that pits Reacher against his most brutal enemies yet. From underdog to titan, when Reacher first launched in 2022, expectations were modest. The franchise was still reeling from the lukewarm reception of Tom Cruise's film adaptations, which, while entertaining, never truly captured the physical or emotional essence of the character. Enter Alan Ritchson. Towering at 6'3" and carrying both the build and the bruised wisdom of Jack Reacher, Ritchson proved to be a revelation. With each season, he's grown more confident in the role, bringing a blend of stoic justice and dry wit that fans of Lee Child's novels instantly recognized. His portrayal is now considered the definitive Reacher, one that has not only won over longtime readers, but brought in a fresh audience of thrill-seeking newcomers. Season 3 doubles down on this evolution. It's darker, sharper, and more intimate, pulling Reacher into a personal vendetta that reveals cracks in his otherwise steely armor. The writing is tighter, the fight choreography more brutal, and the emotional stakes higher than ever. What makes Season 3 so special? Unlike previous seasons, which focus more on town-wide conspiracies and ensemble drama, Season 3 zeroes in on Reacher's internal conflict. Based on Persuader, the season sees Reacher going undercover to dismantle a dangerous smuggling operation while confronting ghosts from his past. The choice to adapt one of the most psychologically charged books in the series was a bold move, and it paid off. The season's pacing is relentless. Each episode ends on a cliffhanger, each fight scene tells a story, and each character brings a moral ambiguity that keeps the audience questioning who to trust. Maria Sten returns as Frances Neagley with even more presence, while the new villain, played by an ice-cold Walton Goggins, is already being hailed as Reacher's most chilling adversary. Perhaps most importantly, the showrunners finally gave fans what they've been asking for: deeper insights into Reacher's past, including flashbacks to his military days and the emotional scars he rarely talks about. These moments provide a rich counterbalance to the show's violence, giving it heart without sacrificing its hard-hitting tone. A win for book fans and streamers alike. Part of what makes Reacher's success so unique is its careful respect for the source material. While many literary adaptations take liberties in the name of modernization or accessibility, Reacher does neither. Instead, it leans into what makes the books great: taut prose, moral clarity, and a sense of justice that transcends the law. This commitment hasn't gone unnoticed. After Season 3 dropped, Lee Child's novels saw a 300% spike in online sales, with Persuader topping Amazon's bestseller list in both ebook and paperback formats. Bookstores across the U.S. have reported increased demand for the entire Reacher series, particularly from new fans looking to explore the deeper lore. In a time when many streaming platforms are struggling to maintain subscriber interest, Reacher has proven that smart, faithful storytelling still wins. The show doesn't try to reinvent the wheel, it just builds a better engine. Global impact and future hype. It's not just in the US where Reacher is making noise. The series has topped Prime Video charts in more than 70 countries, including the UK, Australia, India, Brazil, and Germany. It's become a true global hit, with localized fan communities popping up on forums and fan fiction websites at record rates. What's even more impressive is the show's ability to drive platform growth. Prime Video reported a noticeable uptick in new subscriptions during the week of the Season 3 premiere, marking the biggest single-week jump since the Rings of Power launched. All eyes are now on Season 4, which was greenlit before Season 3 even premiered. While details are scarce, early rumors suggest it will adapt The Enemy, the prequel novel set during Reacher's time in the military police. Fans are already speculating about casting for younger versions of series regulars and anticipating the show's first real dive into Reacher's army career. Richson's moment.